Hi Chief fans, my name is Andy. Today we'll be chatting about heat stress. There are some important stuff related to working in a hot and humid environment you need to know. We'll dive into 3 diseases that can be associated with this kind of work. I'll also give you some tips on what you should do and shouldn't do to avoid getting sick with any of these diseases. And finally, I'll tell you what to do if unfortunately you do end up getting one of these diseases. So let's get started and learn how to stay safe and healthy in a hot and humid condition. It is important to know what factors in or around the workplace causes heat stress. Let's firstly look at environmental factors. These include high inside-outside temperatures and direct sun exposure, together with a high air velocity at a high temperature and or high humidity can make one feel quickly tired and very drained. Inside a building, hot objects giving off heat, called radiant heat, such as ovens, can contribute to an increase in the environmental temperature. Physical overexertion and bulky, non-breathable personal protective equipment cause internal temperature increases. Human and or body factors such as age, weight, fitness level, and if not had the chance to acclimatize over a 2-week period, all contribute to heat stress. Let's chat how the body responds to heat. First, it increases blood circulation to the skin, increasing skin temperature. This allows the body to give off excess heat. You must probably have seen your face or arms skin turn red when you work out. But for physical work, muscles require blood as it contains the energy the muscles need to work hard. Therefore, less blood flows to skin, resulting in less heat getting released. The second thing that you will observe is that you start sweating. This is a very effective way to cool the body down, but it only works at low humidity conditions. Sweating is very effective when the sweat evaporates and not when it drips off your body and or being wiped off. A young male can sweat up to 1 liter per hour in very harsh conditions. There are 3 important health-related illnesses and disorders caused by the factors we discussed earlier. The first illness, less serious of them all, is heat stress, usually caused by temperatures over 26.7 degrees Celsius at 50% or more humidity. The symptoms are a skin heat rash, muscle cramps, sunburn, and a severe thirst. Secondly, heat exhaustion can set in, and that is usually at 29.4 degrees Celsius and over, and at a humidity of 40% plus. Number 3, the most severe is heat stroke. One can get when working at temperatures of 37.8 degrees Celsius or a 60% plus humidity. These are the symptoms and signs to look out for to identify heat exhaustion or if the body is experiencing a heat stroke. It is possible to prevent any of these illnesses by, number 1, wearing clothes that allow sweat to evaporate. For example, loose clothes made from light textiles. Light colored clothing assists keeping one cooler when working in the direct sun. Number 2, it is important to take regular baths or showers and let your skin dry by itself. Number 3, ensure to replace salts after heavy sweating with either energy drinks or salt pools. Number 4, provide fans and air conditioners where possible to assist the cooling off and allowing sweat to evaporate faster. Acclimatization plays a huge factor if, for example, moving from one place to another where the temperature and humidity differs widely. The workers need at least a few days to acclimatize. These charts give you some idea how to assist them to do so. it is a good idea to also do a medical assessment to see when the workers are fit enough to start working full-time. Employers can do more than the minimum. Here are some extra pointers. Schedule working in pairs, the famous buddy system. That helps to keep a lookout for symptoms. They can relieve each other time to time in order for one to take a break and rest, especially at the hottest time of the day. Rotate workers in and out hot areas in order for their bodies to cool off, and schedule strenuous work during the coolest times of the day. Where possible, provide cooling systems or fans, and think about the PPE you are providing. For example, provide light, loose-fitting clothing and masks. It is also important to ensure workers spend as little time as possible in direct sunlight, at least until they are fully acclimatized. Give them the opportunity to take more frequent breaks and provide proper shade for this. Make sure you and your workers are aware, know and understand risks associated with heat work, and that they can recognize early signs of heat-induced illnesses. Everyone, but especially your first aiders, need to know how to take action to prevent heat disorders. Workers also have a duty. They need to avoid caffeine in general and avoid alcohol within 24 hours before they go to work at high temperature and humidity areas. They need to drink plenty of water or electrolyte fluids, even if they do not feel thirsty. At least a small cup every 15 to 20 minutes. It is important to inform the employer of any personal health factors, medications, or illnesses that can contribute to heat-related illnesses. Now that we know about the 3 illnesses related to high temperature and humidity, what do we or our first aiders need to do to treat a worker? In case of possible heat stress, it is important to move the worker to sit in the shade, reducing their work rate and increasing their break frequencies, ensuring also that they drink plenty of water. The treatment for heat exhaustion is to assist the worker into a cool shaded area to rest, loosen their clothing, and where possible, remove the outer layer and place a fan onto the worker. Where available, place ice packs underneath their armpits and ensure they drink cold fluids with electrolytes. Treat for shock, and if they become unconscious and or fails to recover rapidly or has other injuries or has a history of medical problems, seek medical attention immediately. In case of heat stroke, one do the same treatment as for heat exhaustion, but one will also soak their clothing with cool water and either place a fan on them or vigorously try to fan them cool to increase cooling. It is safer to also phone an ambulance and continue to monitor their vital signs until the ambulance arrives. This heat index is helpful for workers exposed to high heat. It takes temperature and humidity into account to determine how hot it actually feels. Keep in mind, when the temperature in the air is similar to or slightly higher than normal body temperature, it becomes harder to cool off. The blood circulated to the skin can't lose its heat, and sweating becomes the main way the body cools off. Sweating is only effective if the humidity level is low enough to allow evaporation and the fluids and salts the body lost are replaced. One can also find the heat index temperature on your cell phone's weather app, where it indicates what the temperature feels like.
Thank you for watching one of my Toolbox talks. I hope you enjoyed and learned something or was reminded of our health and safety duties. Please subscribe and click on the like button.